Welcome to the last episode of 2025. My first season 1 is coming to a close, and that's really something to celebrate. I'm amazed at myself that I did it. I hope you have much to celebrate from 2025. Did you do something really scary this past year? Did you take a risk and do it anyway? I really love those t-shirts that say, "That's a terrible idea. Let's do it anyway." Those kind of adventures always make a really good story, whether you completed it or not. Or even if you just help somebody else work on their dreams, all these stories start as a dream, a vision, a goal. But how do you turn it into a reality? What does it take to move forward, even when it's scary? Well, I've experienced a lot of that myself this year with this podcast and charity. So today's tip is, it takes clarity, consistency, and commitment to start making your dreams come true. So let's celebrate your growth in 2025. And I'll give you some ideas to help you write a new story for 2026 and give you some tangible tips to help out. I'm Sally Hed Dahlquist, host of the podcast Unstoppable Stories That Move. And I did something really scary this year. I started this podcast and a charity to raise money for medical research. I am a chronic, globetrotting runner marathoner, and I've overcome some pretty interesting medical and business challenges. But I'm here today. I showed up once again. I'm now on a mission to help make the world a better place, one step at a time. And sometimes it's really scary. And oftentimes I feel like I'm not ready, but I have to do it anyway. Something's pushing me on. I got to keep moving forward. And you can do it too. So today you will learn how to gain some clarity, consistency, and commitment to help you move forward. As this year comes to a close, 2025, join me to take a quiet moment to reflect. I'm not looking back at what did not happen, but instead at what did happen. At the start of 2025, I didn't have a charity. I did not have a podcast, and I did not have a website or do very much on social media. And I did not know exactly where this path would lead, but it became life-changing. What I did have was a vision and a willingness to take the next step. I gained enough clarity to move forward with my project, even when the whole road wasn't visible. I didn't have a map. I took action, took a few steps, I did some Google searches, made a couple of phone calls, drank with my friends at some happy hours, chatted with some colleagues, just brainstorming our ideas, which led to much bigger things. Eventually, I actually registered my nonprofit with the state of Minnesota, and I went to Grandma's Marathon to show people they could be unstoppable and to get interviews with runners like Tom Perry and Dick Beardsley, who are just unstoppable athletes, even in the face of many personal setbacks. I think if they can do it, we can too. So get some clarity. What is your vision, your goal, your dream? Is it starting a business, working on your fitness, losing weight, getting out of debt, or something else? Even dating. What is it about that you really want? Is it to be healthy, financially stable, educated, to feel love? That's always nice. And what actions did you take in 2025, or can you take to get the ball rolling? Make a phone call, chat with a friend, write it down, make a vision board, or just go for a walk or a run to get some quiet time to think. This year, my vision became real. The stories became real. The podcast, the stories all started coming to life, and consistency was the key. The next step is gaining your consistency. In June, I launched a podcast with a mission, this Unstoppable Stories That Move. Wow. As a place to spotlight ordinary people doing extraordinary things, one step at a time, while raising money for medical research. In just the 6 months since I started broadcasting in June 2025, I dropped 27 episodes. Wow, I can't believe it. Including 14 mini episodes of tips and tricks like this one, and 13 interviews. Wow, those were amazing. 13 people, 13 stories of extraordinary people I learned from: runners, refugees, race car drivers, caregivers, scientists, teachers, doctors, and business leaders, each with a different path, but all connected by the common thread of resilience. These people don't just stop. They don't give up. It's inspiring to hear their stories and learn from them. And these conversations reminded me that being unstoppable doesn't mean being fearless or extraordinary all the time, or living out loud and proud. No, it just means showing up anyway, even if it's scary or hard or painful or unknown. Sometimes it means you just keep doing your thing, keep on keeping on, and quietly pursuing your vision on your own. How did you show up in 2025? And how are you rewriting your story and making it better for 2026? My project, the charity, this podcast, my website, the social media stuff feels like a lot. Sometimes it's overwhelming. It's still all evolving, just like the work itself. But it exists because I started with a few small steps. I gained some confidence and I repeated myself. I started becoming more consistent at doing these things, at practicing interviews with people and talking to them. And I'm still learning as I go along, making adjustments to everything. What small steps can you do to keep your momentum going? Maybe you need to reach out for other professionals for help. If you're thinking about a business, go talk to a lawyer. Ask your banker. Go to the website of the Secretary of State. Make another call to a colleague. If you're looking for fitness, maybe get a personal trainer, join a gym, or simply just walk around the block. That really helps a lot. Helps me mentally too. If you're looking to lose weight, there are lots of dietitians and programs out there. You can start there. You can also just start in your kitchen. Drink more water. It's just a pretty small step. If you're worried about going into debt, if you need to sign up for a credit counseling service, or just save $5 today and then try to save $5 tomorrow, then keep it going. Keep following the program. Now that I've started, my project is starting to have a life of its own, that it matters, which makes me more committed to continuing, to not stop. This ongoing commitment is what will feed your dreams. For me, episode 20 in November 2025 was life-changing because it really hit home that we were making a difference with this podcast and charity. I had the privilege of sitting down with people I deeply admire, researchers and doctor colleague friends of mine, including Dr. Mike Olin and Dr. Chris Mortel, whose groundbreaking work in childhood brain cancer research is advancing hope for some of the most difficult to treat cancers, including breast cancer that has metastasized into the brain. Talking with them wasn't just inspiring, it was both humbling and exhilarating. Their work has the potential to save lives, and I'm honored to help share their story and help them get more funding to continue. And every person who has donated has really mattered to help make this dream come true. Along the way, this charity continued to grow. Every race run, every story shared, every conversation helped move the mission forward. That matters deeply. I could really feel the bigger picture, the positive benefits of what we're doing. And we are all helping to make the world a better place. It fuels my commitment. For other projects, maybe you got a trademark. Maybe the scale is going down. You're losing weight. Your savings are increasing. Or you're no longer acquiring new debt. Even the smallest change in the direction you want to go is the right path. Get some positive reinforcement from others, and more importantly, from within yourself. Your commitment to improving yourself also helps improve the world. But some of the most meaningful progress this year wasn't public. For me, it was very personal. In the beginning, I had only my story, but I really didn't believe or have the confidence that I could maintain it. But the podcast changed all that. This podcast has led me down a very surprising path. After a lifetime of keeping my medical issues private, I took a huge risk and opened up more about sharing my medical journey. I'm all right now, but I've been overwhelmed with kindness and support from strangers, the kind of tenderness that I've never given to myself or allowed myself to enjoy before. It's been freeing. And one of the gifts I gave myself in 2025 was choosing kindness over criticism. When my inner voice becomes harsh or judgmental, I start asking myself a simple question. Would you talk to a stranger like that? Really? Would you act like that to someone you didn't know? Reframing my thoughts that way changed how I showed up, not just for myself. But for myself, I learned that momentum isn't built through self-judgment. It's built on kindness and bravery, as well as clarity, consistency, and commitment. As we head into 2026, the podcast Unstoppable Stories That Move will continue to be a place where we learn from one another by celebrating grit, curiosity, faith, science, resilience, and the quiet strength it takes to keep going, to be unstoppable. Each episode will leave you more encouraged, more grounded, and more willing to take your next step. In this little tip, if you want to make your dreams come true, start with the clarity, work consistently, and become more committed to making it happen. So back to the original question. What does it take to start making dreams come true? Did you take a risk and do it anyway? And what does it take to move forward, even when it's scary? In this little tip, if you want to help make your dreams come true, start with clarity, work consistently, and become committed to making it happen. What is your dream? Starting a business, fitness, losing weight, getting out of debt, dating, going to school, retiring, and what is it going to take to start to make this vision come to reality? It's clarity. For me, I had a vision and a willingness, and it became clear. Despite not having a complete roadmap, make a phone call, chat with a friend, write it down, make a vision board, go for a walk, think about what you really want to be healthy, financially stable, educated, married, content, happy, live in a warm climate, explore the world. And what does it take to keep you moving forward? That answer is consistency. For me, I wasn't ready. I never feel like I'm ready. But I started doing it anyway, small steps at a time down an unknown path. I took one small step, filed the legal papers to get started. Then I hired a producer to help show me how to launch the podcast. Remember, there are other professionals out there that you can reach out to for help and lots of free services. And a lot of them will work pro bono, give you a little 30 minutes for free consultation, like a lawyer. Go to your banker, check out the Secretary of State. Their websites usually have lots of business information. If you're looking for fitness or to lose weight, hire a professional trainer, join a gym, walk around the block, talk to a dietitian, or sign up for a program, drink more water, less salt, less fat, maybe higher protein, smaller meals more often. If you're looking for financial stability, maybe sign up for credit counseling services, talk to a debt management program, save $5 today, start a 401k, or put money into a Roth IRA, anything to become more financially stable. Maybe you move in with a roommate, cut your expenses. And what did you do to keep moving forward even though it was scary? And why did I keep doing it? And the answer is commitment. You can start feeling those steps adding up. Maybe you got a trademark. Your scale is going down, your savings are increasing. Even the smallest change in the positive direction is the right way to go. And get this positive reinforcement from others, and more importantly from yourself. That most meaningful progress is personal, not public. And the long-term commitment, that is fueled by the bigger picture of making the world a better place for everyone, including yourself personally. I started with only my story, feeling a little self-centered about talking on a podcast. But once I started, the charity and the podcast mission became bigger than myself. It's a life-changing mission to help raise money, make an impact, and everyone who helps matters. And the money is going to help save lives, fund future cures for cancer. So start feeling the impact of whatever it is you're doing. What you're doing is making a difference, and you are unstoppable. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to my show in 2025, and I hope you'll listen more in 2026 and all the rest of the years going forward. That's kind of a scary vision, but I'm doing it anyway. So thanks for your encouragement, your messages, your questions, and your belief in this work. We are moving from the ordinary to the extraordinary, one step at a time, one story at a time. There are a lot more stories that are coming ahead, not just runners, but a few artists, some explorers, some caregivers. It's really exciting. I'm looking forward to talking to them. There's more miles ahead, and I can't wait to see where this next year takes us. So thanks for listening to this little tip and for the podcast in general. Please leave a comment or let me know if you have a question. And I'd also love to hear, what are your visions? What are your dreams for the upcoming year? What did you do well in 2025? And what are you looking forward to in 2026? And if this podcast has moved you, please donate to my charity for medical research at unstoppablestoriesthatmove.com. Together, we can all save lives. And it's more urgent than ever now that the NIH budgets are getting cut, and we have to do something. I'm Sally Hed Dahlquist, host of the podcast Unstoppable Stories That Move. Keep your dreams alive, and best wishes for the new year.